Hello, and thank you for joining us for this video that will list the degree requirements for the undergraduate program, the Bachelor of Liberal Arts in Extension Studies, or as we refer to it, the ALB. My name is Patrick Schneider. I am the lead admissions advisor for the ALB, and I'm also an alumnus of the program, having been awarded the ALB in 2010. So let's talk about what it will take for you to graduate and join me in the ranks of Harvard University alumni. Before launching into specific detail of the requirements, it is important to have an understanding of the philosophy or general structure underlying the program. It is best to think of this program as being entirely elective-based. Students will build their own curriculum based on their individual interests and academic background, and as such, the Harvard Extension Administration does not dictate which specific courses you must take, with only a single exception. While we do have specific requirement categories, they all exist within a flexible framework of course attributes. So this is the big picture of this program. It is a student-driven curriculum based on individual interests and academic background, comprised of courses that are selected as electives would be. So let's dive into the specific requirements. Let's start with the largest type of requirement and then work our way into more detail. The ALB is 128 total credits, of which 64 may be transferred. To be eligible for transfer, courses must have been academic and sufficiently advanced, and from a regionally accredited college or university in the United States, or if completed outside the United States, they must be evaluated by the Center for Educational Documentation and determined to be equivalent to coursework that meets our eligibility criteria. Please watch the video regarding transfer credit for more information about these policies. Of the 128 total credits, 60 credits must be upper level. Nearly all coursework in Harvard Extension's catalog is considered upper level, even if it does not require prerequisite knowledge to register. A total of 52 credits must be taught by Harvard faculty. The Harvard instructor requirement is the largest type of requirement that can only be satisfied by Harvard courses, but there are a few other categories as well. Transfer credit, as well as work done at Harvard, can count towards the subject area distribution or concentration requirements. This is the heart of the ALB framework, and it is important to understand so you can envision your program and understand how your transfer credit might count towards degree requirements. We classify most coursework into three very broad subject areas: sciences, social sciences, and humanities. We think of these as laying along a spectrum from the most quantifiable fields ranging to the more qualitative fields. We think of these as subject area buckets that each contain various fields of study. It is likely that once you understand the logic of the subject area buckets, you will be able to see how your courses you have completed might be classified towards any one of these three subject areas. This being a liberal arts degree, it is required that a minimum number of credits be completed in each subject area, with a total of 40 in whichever of these three subject areas will be your concentration. In your subject area concentration, 32 credits must be completed at Harvard, though transfer credit can satisfy the distribution requirements in the other two subject areas. Several of the specific degree requirements can only be satisfied with Harvard courses. As previously mentioned, there is the large Harvard instructor requirement of 52 credits. 12 credits must be writing intensive, 4 must be quantitative reasoning, and another 4 credits must be considered moral reasoning. Of all of the Harvard courses you complete, 16 total credits must satisfy the on-campus requirement. There are several ways to fulfill the on-campus requirement, ranging from spending full semesters on the Harvard campus here in Cambridge, to coming just for a weekend, 4 times, for the type of web conference course that requires just a single weekend during the semester for you to be here on campus. Courses can count towards any one of these requirements, as well as towards subject area distribution or concentration requirements. The only other requirements include 8 credits of expository writing, of which 4 must be Expo 25, which is required for admission, and 8 credits or 2 courses worth of foreign language, which can be transferred in. To summarize everything required to graduate from the ALB degree program, 128 total credits comprised of the following course attributes. You can see that there are many categories of requirements, but only the single course, Expo 25, is specifically required. Any other requirement can be satisfied by a number of course options in different subjects. So, for any given requirement or combination of requirements, you might be able to choose from a list of equally eligible courses, depending on your interest and the program you have designed for yourself. While many of the more specific requirements must be completed at Harvard, this being a Harvard degree, many can be satisfied with transfer credit. Remember, a single course at Harvard can count towards multiple areas of degree requirements simultaneously to make your journey to graduation as efficient as possible. If you would like, you can have a much more structured program by focusing your studies into a field of study within your concentration. For example, the international relations field of study is comprised of subjects within the social sciences. You can choose any one of several optional fields of study across various subject areas. You may also choose up to 2 minors, each of which is comprised of 4 courses. If you are transferring a lot of credit, it will be very difficult to complete a field of study and a minor, because when transferring the maximum, 64 credits, you have remaining only 16 courses here at Harvard. And together, a field of study and a minor would account for 12 of those 16, 8 courses for the field of study and 4 for the minor, leaving very little room to satisfy other degree requirements. Additionally, for admitted candidates, there is a joint degree program option. This is something that you will explore if you have a very strong academic standing after completing 3/4 of the bachelor's degree, including transfer credit. This program is designed for students who have a well-established professional career and who are considering a graduate degree in one of our fields here. Being accepted into the joint degree will allow 4 courses taken towards the end of the bachelor's degree to double count towards both undergraduate degree requirements as well as towards graduate requirements in a field of your choice. So, how can you find courses that will satisfy degree requirements and special program options like a field of study? You have to use the degree course search function in the course catalog. This is the best way to find courses, and you can access it directly from the front page by clicking Course Catalog to the right. This will take you to a page where you can see 3 options to enter the catalog. Be sure to select degree courses to the left, and then Bachelor of Liberal Arts from the drop-down menu. Use the degree course search to find courses and sort by degree requirement or special program option. Also, importantly, the degree course search is the only place for you to see how a course can count towards the undergraduate degree. The general course catalog will not include specific degree requirement attributes, such as indicating official Harvard instructor status, or field of study, or moral reasoning, etc. Thank you for joining us for this video detailing the degree requirements for the ALB. We hope that you'll join us for other videos in this series to learn more about degree requirements and other program aspects.